Shamps and Giggles, the #1 talk show on radio. History, news, views, and reviews from a black perspective. Sean Bailey, the black politician, is now a lord. Who's talking about that? The drama behind Carnival, the costumes, the bands, the absolute lack of investment. Huh? Oh, you haven't heard? Tune in to Shamps and Giggles and hear us. We're talking the things.
Record button has been hit. Welcome, one and all, to another amazing evening with Shamps and Giggles. Too much to talk about. Heath has got everybody warm. Boy, Lord have mercy. What a week. I mean, every week. I mean, this is news, views, and reviews from a black perspective. That's your voice. Your voice has power. It carries weight. When you talk, people listen. Fancy, we come here together and we share our views and opinions. That goes on YouTube. It goes on the radio. People are hearing our voices about the things that's going on. And besides us, there isn't a black perspective. I don't know. Have you found one? I haven't.
Nope.
We give it. We taught the things, see? Very, 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 very important. And today, several subjects I've heard in banter, very upsetting. I mean, where do we start? Good Lord. How about this dog attack business?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what the hell is going on there?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the dog? A bully something? What's the dog?
Yeah, an American XL bully dog.
That bad boy is heavy.
Mm.
So if that come down on a 4-year-old.
Yes. Yeah. And then 11-year-old first.
Yeah.
Then 4-year-old.
11-year-old.
And then a big man. And then he got killed. He dead.
Unbelievable. The man dead. I can't even. 52-year-old man.
Oh, he was 52.
52. Ian Price, I think they named him.
Yeah. Wow.
Man dead over dog attack. And guess where it happened?
Go on.
Birmingham.
Spice.
Everything happens in Spice Church. I don't know what. In Staffordshire, is that Birmingham? This American XL bully. I don't know, how can it be that in a week, multiple attacks, same dog.
Yep. Same dog.
Same dog.
Yep.
Personally, I couldn't imagine a dog attacking me and getting the better of me as a grown man.
You'd be surprised. There's some stories that our viewers on here have been sharing with dog attacks. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, and I know there are various fears, and I think that's what it is. See, the old saying, "Doppy no for golf," and dogs sense fear. So when you're scared, for example, as kids, you would run from the dog, for example. The dog would chase you. Standard. But as a grown man, we don't run from the dog. I mean, and that is, look, that is it in a nutshell. It's fear. And a lot of people, they see these videos and they are scared. And now the 4-year-old, the 4-year-old's expected to be scared. Of course, the child is scared. Daddy was there apparently, right?
Yes, he was.
So
they were playing frisbee.
Playing frisbee. So fortunately, Daddy was there that dog would have defied me. Why? That dog. I would just lay on the damn thing. Put my weight on him. And then tell him move. And then I dig out his, listen, you think all these mad things. But nonetheless, the 4-year-old, no chance. 11-year-old, pretty much no chance. 52-year-old, I couldn't understand it. I could not understand it. Now, bear in mind, as we talk about this dog hair situation, these images are quite distressing. Okay, we're going to play the video of this dog attack where it started with the child and went on to went on to attack the man. I think this was 11-year-old.
Yes.
To be fair, it is a horrific situation. To be fair, if you're in that area and you're seeing this go on, you really, really, really don't know what to do. I mean, you would be paralyzed, like, what the hell is going on here? It's one thing to look at it and comment, la, 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 because you can say anything you want. It's a total another thing to be there. And this is happening. You know, nobody wants to get bitten by a dog. What does it feel like? I mean, these dogs got, so I heard somebody say it, they got power in that jaw. And when that jaw locks, you don't want to be in that situation. Let's have a look. It's about a minute long, this video. But let's have a look and see how this unfolds. Again, it's quite distressing. Radio listeners, you're not going to see it, so you have to just imagine. I'll comment where I can to give you the picture. But those on the platform, you can quite well see what I've gone. And again, the video does contain distressing images. Let's have a look. So they're at the petrol station. Here's a young man. He's in his shorts. He's just running through the petrol station. Now let's see what's going on here. Everybody's got out, so something's already happened because you see people are quite agitated, right? They're running. This guy falls, and there's the dog. Look, the dog is on him. This guy falls. The dog is on. By the way, the dog is fearless, and it's pulling him all over the place. Literally, it's tossing him about like a rag doll. They've got a spade. They're hitting the dog with the spade. But this dog's way out of control. He's got a stick. It's still on him. Look. And the guy's got a stick. He's beating the dog. The dog is just after this young man. He is literally just after this young man. My man's got to take out the petrol pump. He appears to have dosed the dog with a bit of petrol. They're going to burn the dog? What are they going to do? It's crazy. And it's just going on and on. The dog is just wild. He's kicking the dog. Another one come and beat the dog with a stick. The dog's running away now. Yeah, that stick hurt. There you go. You know, this dog had attacked some. Now it's running for its dear life because, yeah, that. But again, the dog gets excited by people, innit? People's fear ignites the dog, and then the dog just starts running wild. That's how dogs operate. So one of the things around dogs, you got to sort of just don't panic. I mean, is anybody familiar with dogs? Keith, you familiar with dogs, how they operate? Hands up.
Yeah, hands up. No, but I just think that particular American XL bully dog, something's wrong with that dog. I think that the owner must breed it in some sort of odd way for it to just go out. And because dogs officially supposed to be on leads, that dog didn't look like it was on any lead or no lead trailing. For it to attack an 11-year-old and then a young man in a petrol station just like that, that dog don't look like it was chasing. It was ran up to someone because he was running away from it. I got a feeling that dog just purposely made a beeline for that gentleman and he ran. If he stood still, I think that dog would still attack him because there's something not right with that dog.
Well, actually, there's a lot of people running around, so there's already a lot of excitement, and dogs were like, where do I go? Where do I go? The victim in this video was the person who fell. Yes. So now, obviously, you fell over. You're the weakest link. You know, yep. and the dog went in there and obviously started having a field day.
Yeah, but it just shows you that with that, any responsible owner would have been chasing the dog and calling it. Not in one of those pictures. I know we can't hear the sound. I can't see any one of the owners or his owner in that forecourt when the dog's running around and then running across the road again. And I know that our listeners won't see it, but they can, or see it, but they definitely able to look on YouTube and that. I didn't see the responsible owner chasing after that dog to call it back.
And there again, I would have to agree with you on that, because everyone's running wild.
Yes.
And mind you, there's so many people running around. Could you tell the owner from the people running around?
Well, those people will look like they wanted to kick up the dog, beat it.
Oh.
So really and truly, I don't.
When we were kids,
just left.
We used to have a dog named Rex on our road. And when Rex used to come out, dogs have temper. So Rex, we used to, the dog. And we would run. And then the dog just went wild and it would chase all of us. If it caught one of you, I got bit on my chest one time. If it caught one of you, then that was it. If you was riding your bike, it would chase you on your bike. The dog just used to get excited with all this mayhem going on, and it would go after someone. At least you got your hand up. What to do?
It's quite funny. Everybody knew a dog called Rex
back
in the day. If these are animals, aren't they? We forget they're animals. And there are people who are taking care of these animals who don't know how to raise them or take care of them. We don't know the background of these animals and how they've been treated or raised or trained. And it's just unfortunate. Something must have set him off, and he just thought, "I'm going to attack." Or they, attack, and they're not bred for beauty. They're not like cute little poodles, for example. They're very meaty, muscular animals who, and when they run at a speed, they're going to get you. And if they get their jaws around you, they're going to lock.
Yeah, if the dog's triggered,
and when it tastes blood, that's it.
Yeah, but if the dog's triggered, it's and blimey, I mean, they're winning at that point, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Very, very sad too. But again, it's fear. I was in the island of Guadeloupe, where they speak French. I was on the trip there, and this Alsatian literally walked way across the road with its owner, a little girl. The dog bit me, swang its head, bit me on my leg. I couldn't speak the language at the time, French. And she's saying, I'm sorry in French. I understand what she's saying, but I'm like, I can't speak the language. So I was like, powerless. That's why words are extremely powerful. And the dog just walked over to me. And in my mind, I weren't moving. But the dog just came and it swung its head. And it actually did bite me. It did, its tooth hit into my my shin bone, and there was a little bit of blood. I didn't act afraid. She was apologetic, very apologetic, and then in the end just carried on going, and I carried on. I went to the sea. I went in the sea, soaked this here wound because the damn dog bit me. But if I'd have got excited, it could have been a whole nother story, because that's what dogs live off, is the fear. When they sense fear, they go a bit ballistic, and then anything goes at that point. Here's another. This is a 10-year-old that's mauled by a dog that was out of control. Again, I say you don't fear dogs. That's the thing. You don't fear them. When you're afraid, they sense a fear and they go ballistic. You got to stand your ground and calm the situation down. I think that's the better way to deal with it. But nonetheless, in this situation, here again, people go mad. Let's have a look. The boy's playing ball, and here comes the dog, runs past, runs back to him, and it just gone for him. Like, what? That's an unprovoked attack. As we can see there, that's just an unprovoked attack. The dog's attacking this boy who was playing football outside his house. And there's nobody there helping him. It's just this little boy against this dog. If I was a 10-year-old, I'd be just screaming. There's no volume, so we can't hear what's going on. This is in the Mail Online. And this dog is just steadily there attacking this little boy. Now out comes his parents. But like what you were saying, Keith, where's the owner? Where's the owner? There's no owner. It's coming like a stray dog. The boy's parents are out there now. They're trying to hit the dog. They're trying to pull the boy away. and the dog just following. Hit the dog. Do you know what I mean? Look, they're trying to pull the boy away. The dog, you want to hit the dog. They're obviously scared of the dog. Now somebody starts beating the dog. She gets, what the hell is that? The lid, the bin lid or something. She's hitting the dog with something appears to be plastic, a water pistol or something. A taxi pulls up, and out comes a driver, a man, and he's got something in his hand. Yeah, it looks like the dog felt that. And yeah, the dog's let go. So whatever the guy's got in his hand seemed to have a bit more of an impact. But he still come back for the boy. This is a dog attack. And don't know what the dog's smelling on the boy. You know, it could, you know, could it be something that we're wearing, an aftershave? What is triggering these dogs randomly to attack people like that? Right? 3 attacks in a week. We have our board meetings on Monday where we discuss things we're going to talk about this week. Dog attacks was not part of the list.
No, it certainly wasn't. And I was just shocked when I saw 3 attacks, totally different areas, same dog. Not same as in identical dog, but identical breed. It was just shocking that something's gone wrong with these dogs, and an underlined issue that these dogs decide to go and attack people. And I don't even think it's I know dogs can smell fear, just like a lot of animals can smell fear in people and so on. But for me, that particular video that you just shown with a 10-year-old boy being attacked, he was playing football. Okay,
there you go.
So he's not showing any fear. The dog runs past and then double back to him, and then attacks him, not the ball, him. So for me, that dog, the owner of that dog, shameful. They didn't come out to get that dog away from that boy. I don't know how many minutes that video in real time was, but you can see that the parents ran out, the sister ran out, or an auntie ran out, ran in the house, ran out. The dog's still biting the boy, refused to let go. She's hitting him with whatever plastic or whatever. The dog still didn't move from them arms.
Right.
Taxi driver comes out, he bashes it with something, it still didn't let go of the arm. Hits it again, then it let goes. Then it doubles back and goes back for the same arm again. So it just shows you that that dog was trained to attack people, because there was no way that dog is letting go. You can see where it attacked. The boy, I'm glad the boy, he was still able to move. But not one instance did you see the owner of that dog, who I guarantee is local, didn't come out to get his dog away from that boy.
That's a valid point, what you just raised there, Keith, is that the dog went for the arm.
Yes.
It didn't go for the leg, it went for
Correct.
the arm.
Yes.
And even when the boy was on the ground, it was going for the arm. It wasn't going for anywhere else.
That's correct.
And sometimes you see in these videos where a guy's got a padded jacket on and a thing around the arm, and that's they're saying theft or whatever the word is, and that's what the dog's going for. So it could well be that this dog had some form of training, because again, it wasn't a fear of the human, was it?
No. And I think that's the 11-year-old girl who was recently attacked. If that's the one. This is it by the American. That was the first person to be attacked by that American XL bully dog. Yeah. And then the 4-year-old, and then that gentleman.
Right. Brandon Hayden, himself, both from Welsh Town, were jailed. Oh, so somebody was jailed.
Okay.
After being convicted of being in charge of a dangerously out of control dog. So, this is the one where we was just looking at the boy in the who's running in the petrol station. Savage attack, dog attack in Birmingham. Left Anna and 2 men injured. And these attacks in the West Midlands, they're in close proximity. And then I just can't believe the man died.
Yes.
That was a shock. I only just heard that when you mentioned it. But That was a shock
Yeah.
to me. Carolyn, Toronto, your hand
Oh
is up.
my,
Start the things.
that was really traumatic.
I'm
I
telling
didn't
you.
even know that was happening. I'm gonna go into an office. I'm like, I'm the only one here and I'm leaving. I can find that. That was really traumatic.
Yeah.
And they train dog. I'm afraid of dogs. I don't even make no joke, right? Like little dogs I can deal with, but you see them big dogs, me no want nobody bring them. I told the people, hold on to your dog,
Yeah.
please, because
Mm.
I was walking down the street one day past some children, and their big dog saw me coming, and as I passed the children, this dog wanted to come up on me, and I had to tell them, come for the dog. I told them, I'm not doing it on people, make me pass. Let me talk. That was really traumatic. I have no words. My head hurts from seeing this dog, and he wouldn't let go of the little boy.
Yeah.
So what did the owner train him to do? What did that?
That's what
Because
we're
I
seeing.
think the owner has a duty of care for that dog, right? What did he or she train that dog to do that he would not? He savagely attacked this little boy.
Yeah.
No,
And it is scary. And by the way, as we said, these images can be quite distressing. And please don't go out tomorrow thinking that the dog you see might come and attack you. It's not the case.
no, sir. We have some big dog. Me tell the people them me tell them straight. Please, I'm scared. Hold on to your. I don't want it sniffing near me, coming near me. I'm not about that. A little dog's cute, yeah, but them big dogs, no, sir. Not me and them. Look on the size of me and look on the size of that dog. No,
And
sir, couldn't have me for dinner. No, sir.
They're strong as well. It has to be said. We don't want to underestimate the strength of it. They're strong. They and when they're
And they're
heavy with it.
jaw. They have these jaws. Anyways, I'm getting in my car. I got to get out of here. My new life is we've been ordered back to being in our office 3 days max per week.
So you're back to
And
work.
yeah, in the office, not that I don't work. Instead of being in my house and doing the people's work, I now have to come to the people's office, and we have to put it in our attendance system that we've been here, and our manager has to go in and say, yes, they've been here.
Absolutely.
And all the way down. So this is my new flex, Thursday, Friday, the people place. But guess what? On a Friday, nobody in a day ask, so me can come in when me feel like it.
Champs and giggles in the building. Toronto Caroling, our representative from Canada. By the way, don't go too far because we have some news on Canada and we'll be looking to you for some response. That'll be in a little bit. Pinky, your hand is up. Part the things. Pinky, I see your hand up.
Yeah. No, it's just to say, I mean, what Keith said in terms of them being professionally trained, some of them are not even professionally trained. They're just owned by very nasty people who train their dogs to actually do that. And if you notice, the dog is not locking on to anywhere but the arm. Just the arm alone. It's not attacking. So when these little and I have to say, when you have had dogs that have turned on white people, but that's within their own company, when they've had the dogs within their own company, okay? These little dogs there, that dog there that was loose there, that belonged to one of the neighbours somewhere within the neighbourhood. Let their dog out. He's out there totally by himself. Listen, all right?
One of the neighbours, because that brings it a bit close to home then, doesn't it, really?
It is. That dog ain't too far from home. It's not a wild dog running the streets just so. Right? And even if he's a tramp's dog, let's say, tramp, a homeless, let me rephrase that, apologies. If he's a down and out, because you have down and outs that have dogs, okay? And their dogs are usually very friendly dogs. They're not dogs that will be attacking you.
Funny.
This dog is a house dog.
A lot of owners say, "Oh, the dog won't bite. It won't bite." A lot of owners say that next thing you know, the dog does.
No. This one is a dog that's been housed. He's not no street. Yeah, he's a house dog. Okay, and he's been let out because that's what. If you think back in the day, this is not changed. Because back in the day, that's what used to do. And then everybody started get dogged on when the 90s came or late 80s came, 80s, 90s, late 90s. You know, everybody started getting dogged. But before that, you know what I mean? Dog was trained to bite your ass.
Yeah. But this was a mauling. This was a real attack. What we saw there was a real attack.
That's a real attack, yeah. But what we're saying is, what I'm trying to say is, that dog was trained to attack like that. Child, it could have been one of the parents that were out there. But if you notice, and sometimes dogs are like this. You see, particularly if it's been a dog that's under pressure too. That's been beaten at, that's been treated really badly. Because you've got people that own dogs and they treat them badly. Their owners treat them badly. Give them some pump and some kick and some lick.
Yeah, on my road we got one of them, two of them bully dogs, by the way.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, because I know that they've said that, you know, there's certain type dogs that they don't want on the thing because they're easy. It's not about the dog. It's about the owner of that dog. That's why the owners then should have to deal with it. Unprovoked, because that was certainly unprovoked. For that kid, oh my God. But you look at the damage and you notice it's just one arm. That's how
predominantly the arm. Couple of bites elsewhere, but predominantly the arm. Yeah.
But luckily, it's not a smaller child where the dog can lock them in their neck.
Well, we know if the dog was trained
because them dogs, some of them dogs, once they get locked jaw.
That's right. But remember, it's trained to go for a particular part. If it was trained for the neck, then it would have been the neck. And you know, you can identify, like Keith pointed out, very good point, that clearly the dog had training. By its actions, you can see that it was going for something specific, and that was the training. Shouts and giggles. We need to go to break. We will be back after this word.
You know, he's a man who can't take the botheration, you know. So let the door it, yeah. I wear the good Lord splits, yeah. Brand new music on this, you say you love me and you care, but you never then near. You're always on the run. Now tell me this, why we can't spend no quality time? Kick back and just unwind. You always have something to do. That simple mean that love you not true, cause only when you want to me hear you shout I love you. Tell me where all the passion gone, all of the warmth. Tell me where is all of the tenderness. And there is